Hello gamers, and welcome back to another Gamer Jooce episode. If you've seen our videos in the past, you know that instead of counting down, we count up on whatever list is being made. We figured it'd make a lot more sense to count down, so that's exactly what we'll start doing from here on out. In this episode, we'll be counting down from the best free games you can download and start playing right away with your friends. A fair warning, I will not be including mainstream games such as Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, League of Legends, Destiny 2, or a bunch of other mainstream games. Let's save those mainstream games for another video. The goal is to make a free game list weekly. Let's just hope we can continue to find playable games out there. As for this week's episode of free games, let's get right on into it. Number 5, Unfortunate Spaceman. This game, you're able to play as a spaceman stranded on a space shuttle, or as a shape-shifting monster whose only goal is to wipe out all of the spacemen. If you've ever played Trouble in Terrorist Town in Gary's mod, Unfortunate Spaceman might remind you of it. The monster is able to disguise himself as a spaceman and even shape-shift into other players in the game, and none would be the wiser. During my short time as a monster, I found out that people have serious trust issues. They were killing each other just out of suspicion alone. If you and your friends end up downloading the game, I really recommend everyone goes through the tutorial. Even if you are a veteran to gaming, this game has a lot of features and buttons that a majority of other games don't. Number 4, Paint. Yes, to find the game you do have to include those periods. This game is a family-friendly third-person co-op game that I can see in a future Gamer Jooce video. You take the role of a rebel infiltrating an evil corporate tower armed with paint blasters. The game is extremely simple, but I actually had a lot of fun playing it. You have 10 minutes to complete as many objectives as possible, all while being bashed by umbrella-wielding suits. At least, I think that's what they're called. Honestly, these guys just reminded me of Mr. Smith. Number 3, Hide and Shriek. And yes, it's Shriek, not Seek. This game is a 1v1 game where it's a wizard versus wizard battle where the goal is to scare the living hell out of each other. Finding different runes throughout the map will allow you to cast different spells, and you can even combine different runes to cast even more powerful spells. Finding your orb and placing it on its respective altar will give you a nice little bump in points too. I'll put this out there. It's a whole lot of fun, but you may need to play a few rounds to get the hang of the game. Number 2, Air Mech Strike. This is a really fast-paced RTS game where you can choose to play 1v1 or in 2v2 matches. In this game, you're a commander who's basically a transformer that can transform from a ground robot to a flying robot. Your goal is to destroy the enemy base. How you do that is up to you. You can either capture other bases building up your points, allowing you to build a bigger army, or you can rush your enemy, capture the base nearest the enemy, and keep them trapped in their base, all while you rack up those points to build your army. Think fast, but move faster. There is a slight learning curve to the game, but Air Mech is definitely worth the download. Number 1, Combat Arms. If I'm not mistaken, this game has been around since 2012, but has just recently been added to Steam's infinite library of games. Combat Arms has always been a fun game with a ton of different game modes, maps, and guns. It's a first-person shooter that almost feels like an arcade game because of how fast-paced it is. Choose to play Elimination, which is your classic team deathmatch, capture the flag, one-man army, or if you want to be a zombie, you could do that too, playing Quarantine. Whatever game mode you prefer, Combat Arms is sure to have it. Though the community isn't nearly as active as it once was, but now that it's on Steam, let's hope that one day it can be as active as it once was. And that's going to wrap it up for this very quick video. Once again, if you made it through to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe because it will definitely help me out and I will greatly appreciate it. What video games would you like to see in a future list? Leave it down in the comments and we'll get right on it. Till then, enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Round start. Enemy down. Round start.
Double kill.